Moving on to another question, we can take a look at this one over here, which is talking about the word latex here, and we can read it out. A non-empty subset of the letters in the word latex is chosen at random. Compute the probability that the subset contains either the E or the X, but not both. All right, so just selecting, let's start by just considering how many total subsets there are that are non-empty, right? So in this case, we can say that, okay, there are 5 letters. So we can either pick the L or not pick the L. We can pick the A or not pick the A. We can pick the T or not pick the T. Same thing for the E and same thing for the X. But this includes the possibility where we don't pick any of the letters. So we need to subtract that one empty possibility because we're choosing non-empty subsets. That's going to become 32 minus 1, which is 31. So 31 total possibilities for non-empty subsets of the word latex. Then we should need to compute the number of possibilities which contains either the E or the X, but not both. So in this case, the L, the A, and the T still have the same number of probabilities. There's still going to be 2 to the 3, or these 3 2s here, right? But then for these 2s here, there are 4 possibilities for the last 2 letters E and X. We either don't have either of them, we have the E, we have the X, or we have both the E and the X, right? So since we only want E or the X, but not both, we only want these 2 possibilities. So that's only going to contribute 2 more possibilities instead of the original 4. And here we don't need to subtract 1 since we don't need to account for an empty possibility, since these 2 always account for 1 letter being added, even if in these 8 possibilities, there's nothing there. So the number of possibilities for having a non-empty subset which contains E or the X but not both is 2 times 8, which is 16, meaning that the probability is going to be 16 over 31. And the answer there is C.
This is Tim. Hope you're enjoying our videos. If so, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that sort of thing. But what I'd really want to invite you to do is to send us an email at media@mathleague.org. Tell us which problems you'd like to see us cover next in our video series. Take care and see you in the next video.